Fascism is a system of government that is characterized by rigid one-party dictatorship, forcible suppression of the opposition, private ownership of the means of production under centralized governmental control, belligerent nationalism and racism, and glorification of war. The authoritarian system of government was founded by Benito Mussolini in Milan, 1999. Benito Mussolini, born in 1833, he began as a member of Socialist Party in politics. However, he had different thoughts from socialists, which got him expelled and that had caused Mussolini's radical political views. He started to strengthen his party by creating a gang called Squadristi, and he used this gang to brawl the party's opponents. In October 1922, the Squadristi seized power and later on Mussolini was named prime minister. Shortly after, he converted Italy's parliamentary democracy into a dictatorship. By the end of 1926, Mussolini had many essential elements of his dictatorship in place. The economic plan was to attack the power of trade unions, controlling his workers, and the three battles: the battle for lira, battle for grain, and battle for land. However, the economy was weak mainly because of Italy's economy since the World War I. Yet, in World War II, Mussolini was against Italy entering the war to maintain their neutrality. On the other hand, when Germany invaded France, Mussolini joined Hitler, agreeing on a war declaration. In 1943, the Allies had taken over Sicily, initiating Italy to a military and political collapse. At the end of World War II in 1945, Mussolini had been captured by the Communist Partisans and was executed. Meanwhile, in Germany, as a young man, the lazy and untalented Hitler failed to gain entry to art school and drifted first to Vienna and then to Munich, where he joined the German army at the outbreak of World War I. In 1919, he joined the German Workers' Nazi Party and 2 years later emerged as its leader. In 1923, Hitler led a failed coup d'etat and was sentenced to jail. Shortly after, he resumed his leadership of the Nazi Party. The Nazis, a French party at best, adopted an ultra-nationalistic program that denounced both the Treaty of Versailles and the Weimar Republic. In the 1928 elections, the Nazis gained only 2.6% of the popular vote. Nazis' fortunes improved dramatically when the Great Depression struck Germany in the late 1929. When the economy collapsed, the German voters, who were never entirely satisfied with the Democratic Republic, turned to the political extremes. The economic collapse provoked a political crisis. Hitler developed more effective means of control, especially the brutal and omnipresent secret police, or Gestapo, under the command of Heinrich Himmler. Joseph Goebbels, Hitler's chief propagandist, orchestrated a constant stream of nationalistic propaganda, romanticizing the past, glorifying Hitler and the present, and promising a triumphant future. Goebbels' propaganda machine enveloped Germany in a cloud of hallucinatory smoke. In the 1930 elections, the Nazis increased their popular vote by more than 700% and elected 107 deputies. 3 years later, in 1933, Hitler was named Chancellor of Germany. German businessmen and their factories were virtually subject to the Führer's command. German industrialists quietly accepted their reduced status since they retained ownership of their property and enjoyed the profits that their businesses generated. In the case of the German army, a proud bastion of traditional conservatism and the Prussian aristocracy, Hitler managed by 1938 to discredit its leadership and to fill its command ranks with loyal Nazis.
Eventually, Hitler began to crave global domination, which led us to the outbreak of World War II.